We're here from the indexing company. It's Dennis and Brock, and we received a Polygon grant for our work on Polygon data. So there's a bit of a short snippet on what we're trying to build there and how it serves the Polygon ecosystem. So basically what the indexing go is we're doing data pipelines for any company in crypto. But maybe Brock, you can tell a little bit better in short how we serve businesses in Web3.
Yeah, spent the last couple of years doing R&D on a new data stack that enables on-demand data processing. And so what that enables in Web3 then is we can work with any chain, i.e. Polygon in this case, access the full history and the real-time nature of it, and deliver all of that process directly to customers. So businesses get to define what data they want, how they want that processed, and where they want that to end up in their system. So databases, Kafka queues, web parts, you name it. Basically, businesses get full control without having to actually worry about any of the infra or the connective tissue in between.
Yeah, and that's basically, we already had some Polygon data under like indexing running for customers, but we want to make sure we had like the whole history. We could basically serve anybody in the Polygon ecosystem. And one part I think that's super important for us is always the tooling on top of that infra to get the right data for these builders. So part of this grant is that we actually created some templates. So the grant deliverables is basically four templates on top of all the data from Polygon that we can still use and process and transform for whatever use case. But the templates make it a little bit easier as a starting point for all these businesses. So we created these four templates. The first one is token transfers, second is NFT transfers. Then we have DEX events. So all the major DEXs on Polygon are included in that template and can be automatically indexed if you deploy that. And then the last one is the money markets, which includes like Aave and Compound V3 and all those events. And with those templates, that means you can do analytics on all of this data, or if you're a DEX, you can just like pick your own data out of that DEX template and maybe leave out all the rest and just use that. Or if you're like a vault builder, you might want to combine like some of the DEX data and some of the money market data and use that in your vault and your indexing. And then you can also add like another pipeline that just has to transfer transactions for your own vault. So that way, like with templates and the flexibility of the pipelines, we made it actually quite composable for these builders. Yeah, and what other stuff we help builders with, because like we can build the data pipelines, but now we stream that in-house for them. Is there anything else that we're doing here to set up these builders for success?
Yeah, I mean, along with the templates, it's not just the templates, it's guides and examples around getting set up end to end. So this walks through the code, it walks through how to modify it, to your point, to make it really your own, unique to your own business. But then we also include things like the setup steps for integrating into your own database. If you're starting from scratch and you don't know how to receive this data effectively, we include instructions for setting up a new Postgres instance, setting up the tables, getting the data piped into that directly, really trying to help builders, especially in Polygon, get end to end.
Yeah, that's I think what I like, because basically you can just follow the instructions and have this deployed within a few minutes. And that means like you got the data streaming, you got the right tables in your database, and you see just coming in real time. So I think that is actually quite cool to have that as fast as possible. And we're working a little bit on a UI where we're like putting these templates in. Feel free to, because you're working on this. How does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, today it starts with documentation, kind of the guide format. Tomorrow we're working on a playground where you can really like touch and feel and experience this data without even having to set up your own database. So we're not there yet, but hopefully by the end of this month we'll be there. The quip I was going to add was our benchmark here is trying to make all of this simple enough that an LLM can do it. If we can plug in some random AI tool, then this is hopefully helpful for humans as well.
Yeah, and then you can just basically, with any use case, come in and just ask, like, hey, how does that pipeline look like? And it will just generate it for you. So I think, yeah, even if those templates aren't a direct fit, you can just ask them, like, hey, how do I alter this to make it fit? But the templates are just a good starting point. And also for you to verify what's going through these pipelines as a builder. So yeah, I think that was it. The plan is to have all this work done in a few weeks. Probably when all these templates and all the data is live, you will always also see the UI going live, like over our first version with that. So it plays together into how we're going to scale the general indexing anyway. And I think the Polygon builders are like directly benefiting from that grant and that service that we're now providing to them. So yeah, if you are building on Polygon, or if you are in need of Polygon data, reach out to us. It's our website is indexing.co. The Twitter is indexingco as a tag, or reach out to hello@indexing.co, and then you'll basically start talking to me or Brock.
Yep.
Because we receive those emails and we can help you set up